Major news out of the music industry today. Rappers by the stage names of Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 have been arrested along with several others. And they're accused of robbing and kidnapping another rapper going by the name of Gucci Mane. All happened at gunpoint, apparently, in Dallas. The Department of Justice revealing new details on that investigation today. Mercedes Holguin live for us right outside the federal building in Dallas where that took place. What's the latest on all this?
Doug, investigators say this incident took place in Dallas back in January. 8 of the 9 suspects were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville.
The victims in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence.
According to the DOJ, on January 10th, rapper Gucci Mane and 2 others were allegedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint at a music studio located on Dallas Parkway. They say the ringleader behind this attack was another rapper, Pooh Shiesty, alleging he was the one who set up the meeting to discuss his recording contract.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Officials say a total of 9 suspects were involved, including Pooh Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30.
The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness.
The DOJ released these pictures, and a federal complaint states that the suspects posted videos on social media where you can see them wearing some of the jewelry they stole. Investigators were also able to link the suspects to the crime through electronic monitoring, saying that Pooh Shiesty was already in federal home confinement at the time of the robbery. Officials say all 9 suspects will be transported over to North Texas, where they will be sentenced. And the arrest for that 9th suspect will be happening soon. For now, reporting from Dallas, Mercedes Holguin, CBS News Texas.
Mercedes, thanks so very much.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV, make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on the viral conversation right now all over the internet. Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, his pops and 6 others robbing Gucci Mane and his security and cameraman once again. And you see how much attention it's getting. It's getting covered even on major networks, as in right there on CBS Dallas. And I had a links in the description where you can watch that in full and in the beginning, as they did unseal the federal complaint yesterday and read through it. People is finding different pieces of it, different information, and it's becoming more of a wow. I can't believe this. I can't believe that. Oh, they really did that. And one of the other things that is being talked about right now is the fact that Big 30 actually recorded this as his mugshot release. They was putting this all over the blogs. He recorded this with his cell phone. As Gucci Mane and his entourage came to the studio to meet up with Pooh Shiesty, they were supposed to have a session and things like that. They said that Pooh Shiesty was getting calls that they overheard from his probation officer, which he's on the ankle monitor, that he's not supposed to be there. So Gucci suggested, hey man, we can reschedule another time, as they said. And they was like, well, nah, let me holler at you here, Gucci. Took him inside the control room, and then they say that's where it all went down at. Inside the control room, Williams Jr. produced purported contract termination of release paperwork from a bag and told RD, which is Roger Davis, to sign when RD declined. Williams Jr. became agitated, and the pair started to argue. MM and BP could see inside the recording room and initially believed RD and Williams Jr. to be discussing business. But as MM saw the conversation intensifying, he texted CW, who was still in the music studio's lobby. As the argument inside the recording room ensued, Williams Jr. instructed Wright, which is Big 30, to get his bag. Wright complied. Leaving the recording room before returning with the bag, Williams Jr. then pulled what appeared to be a black AK-style pistol from the bag and pointed it at RD, demanding again that RD sign the contractual release paperwork. RD complied, signing the paperwork from Williams Jr., while Williams Sr. and Wright stood by. RD was not allowed to leave the recording room while he was held at gunpoint by Williams Jr. Wright pulled out his cell phone and purported to record RD signing the paperwork while being forced to say that he released Williams Jr. from the contract. After the release was signed, Williams Jr. took RD's wedding ring, watch, earrings, and cash. After RD signed the contractual release paperwork, Williams Jr. provided the paperwork to Williams Sr. and asked him if the paperwork was good. Williams Sr. advised that the paperwork needed to be dated. So Williams Jr. then forced RD to add a date next to his signature. As RD, Williams Jr., Williams Sr., and Wright exited the recording room, the remaining subjects, Waters, Rogers, Johnson, Glover, McDaniel, and Gibson, produced handguns of AR, AK-style pistols and began to demand property from BP and MM. BP was rushed into a couch into the control room, while the individual known to BP as CMO Dang Fool and part of Williams Jr.'s crew, later identified as Rogers, searched his pockets, stole his wallet, BP's chain, and a necklace bearing the moniker 1017 were stolen from his neck by another subject he knew as Glizzy 375, later identified as McDaniel during the robbery. Now, with that being said, these same guys that was part of the entourage allegedly stole these things, and then they have social media pictures of them in this federal complaint. That's not alleged. They are in the video with those things, Rolexes and chains and everything of the nature. You see the other guy got the marks on his neck and things. Now, what that says right there is that's what Pooh Shiesty dad is going to be charged at. And that's what he's being charged with. Hey, you were part of this plan. You told them he need to sign his date on there. Big 30, recorded it on his phone as, hey, we gonna get you on camera saying he's out of this contract. And so to see that right there happened, this is wild. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I'm gonna say innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, just because that's what we have to do. They not been convicted yet. But if they did this, I have to call it one of the craziest crash outs of all time. I've never thought that I would see a day where somebody would have an ankle monitor on, fresh out the feds, not even half a year yet, go inside of a studio where they know there's cameras at, and put a gun and tell somebody to record it. Like, and I'm pretty sure they recorded it in an angle where like you can't see the gun, but still it's like all this stuff, when you upload it, is gonna be saved to some type of database. They can always pull these things up off these phones. It's like you're not even giving yourself a chance. And in the long run, this wasn't ever gonna work, man. I don't know why nobody out of these 9 people didn't wake up and say that this is not a good idea. This is not gonna work out. We ain't gonna be able to finesse this. Like, we gotta find another route. And I don't know how terrible that contract was, just keeping it 100. I'm pretty sure the contract was not good, and Pooh Shiesty has outworked that contract probably times 10 and outworked it. It's worth it of it. I'm just making up a word. It's outworked it, that contract, in its original form to the highest level. It exceeded it. But this is just something you can't do, bro. You put it on yourself at this point. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. They are going to try to hide Pooh Shiesty. He will be older, much older, when he is released from federal prison. If he is convicted of this, could be possibly a life sentence. That's maximum. He won't get that. But they going to put it out there like that, facing life. This was a real wild one right here. And I'm just like, whoa, that's that. And yeah, man. Ooh, Jesus. I never think I'll see this one right here. Between all of them involved, there will be at least 100 years of time combined handed out for this crime. And I'm pretty sure it happened in less than 5 minutes. Now, the photo was all over the internet of this right here. People were saying it was AI, but now looking at it, that they was all wearing black. They was all having on hoodies and things, and he had on a Shiesty mask. This might have been a real photo right here out there to the internet. Now, I got to keep it 100 because this explains exactly what happened. It shows exactly what happened. I don't know, man. We'll see. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Keep y'all updated on it. It's gonna be more to come out. Make sure y'all tap into that Urban Politicians TV Patreon as well. I got a new exclusive stuff on there that you can't get on YouTube. Me just popping it, getting conversations off. We talking Ebro, we talking about older stuff, we talking about this, we talking about that. We got some more dropping on there. Stay on your pivot.